Stage 2 of the Momentum Medical Scheme Tankwa Trek, presented by Biogen, took in 84 technical kilometres of mountain biking in the Witzenberg Valley. Situated to the west of the race village, it is a haven for proper mountain bikers, with trails hand-cut in the rocky valley walls by local farmers Hannes and Saki Hanekom. In the pre-dawn gloom of Friday morning, the riders, elite and amateur alike, prepared for the challenge at hand. At the sharp end of the UCI men's field, CST PostNL Bafang held the First Ascent yellow leaders' jerseys. Sebastian, Fini and Nordemann started the day with a 35-second advantage over Cannondale Factory Racing 2's Maxime Morath and Grant Ferguson. In the women's field, Mariske, Strauss and Lill of Faces CST started the day in the pink leaders' jersey. Their closest rivals at the start of the stage were Jenny Stenag and Nadine Rieder after Barbara Benko of Ghost Factory Racing withdrew due to illness ahead of the start. When the racing commenced, Henrique, Avancini and Manuel Fumic had lost nearly 30 minutes with a mechanical on stage 1 set the early tempo. As they were no threat to the general classification, their rivals let them go. Behind Cannondale Factory Racing, the battle unfolded between the Bulls Heroes and Legends, CST PostNL Bafang, Page Eurosteel 1 and Danste Racing Megatech. The 5 teams raced each other through the technical single tracks, but it was only on the biggest climb of the day that the group finally began to break up. Philip Bass and Matthijs Bekkers were the first to slip off the front. The Page Eurosteel combination even briefly inherited the stage lead. Fumic had broken his rear derailleur hanger and was forced to stop to have it replaced at the tech zone with 25 kilometers remaining. But on the tar road run across the Witzenberg Valley floor which followed, Bass began to cramp and the Bulls Heroes moved into the lead. Initially, Urs Huber and Stiebjahn had Fini and Nordemann right on their wheels. The Team Bulls riders were able to inexorably extend their advantage from a handful of seconds to a minute and 2 seconds by the time they crossed the finish line though. This result saw the Bulls Heroes and CST PostNL Bafang tied on 4 hours, 14 minutes and 39 seconds. Only a count back to the thousandth of a second could separate the teams, with Huber and Stiebjahn edging it. In the women's race, the main talking point pre-stage was Benko's withdrawal. Without her partner, Anna Terpstra was forced to start an A batch. This left Fairtree, Domokaba Blue and Team GB to take the fight to Faces CST. After a brief battle in the opening kilometres to enter the old wagon trail single track climb first, the leading woman settled into a rhythm. It was clear during this lull in action that Rieder was the strongest rider on the day, as the Fairtree woman set the pace through the mid-kilometres of the stage. On the day's most significant climb, she and her partner Stenhag simply rode away from the rest of the women's field. Lill and Strauss did their best to limit their losses, but could not hold on to second on the trail as Robyn de Groot and Adelheid Morath overtook them too. Fairtree held on for a well-deserved stage win and did enough to secure the women's leaders' jerseys. Domokaba Blue were second on the stage, and Faces CST had to be content with third. In the men's general classification, after 2 days of racing, it is unbelievably tight. Huber and Stiebjahn lead Fini and Nordemann by 75 thousandths of a second, while Tristan de Lange and Alexander Miller are third, 1 minute and 10 seconds back. The women's general classification provides the new race leaders, Stenhag and Rieder, with a little more breathing room. They lead Strauss and Lill by 2 minutes and 44 seconds. De Groot and Morath are third, a further 26 seconds back. On stage 3, the infamous Merino Monster awaits. The Queen stage of the Momentum Medical Scheme Tankwa Trek, presented by Biogen, features 2,200 meters of climbing and is the undoubted kingmaker of the stage race.